Hi, Shaden. How are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. First of all, congratulations on passing PMP exam. How are you feeling?
Good. It's very good. It was a long 4 hours, but we managed. I didn't do the whole time. I still had 40 minutes left to the exam. So I'm proud I did good.
Wonderful. Wow, 40 minutes before. This is amazing. All right.
Yeah.
So, Shaden, let's start with brief introduction. Please give us your professional background about your experience, qualification, and
Yes.
why PMP.
Yes. So I work in the supply chain field. So I work as a supply planner. And in order to grow into the corporate role, the corporate ladder, I decided to further my knowledge and take on the PMP certificate. So it was good, and everything revolves. You notice PMP is the center of everything in any field you are in. You need a project manager. So I'm thrilled that now I have this knowledge and the skill sets to enhance my career and to just move forward.
Wonderful. Great. When did you take my course, Shaden?
June 2024.
June 2024, and you did by the end of August or at the start of September. Okay.
It, yeah.
Okay. What was your exam preparation strategy?
I did a lot of practice exams. So a lot of, every day I would do 2 hours practice exams, YouTube also, on my way to work or anywhere, I would just listen and just, keep the things in the back of my mind. And then also practice by applying it to like real life situations. Like if I were in this position, what would I do? And then see the logic behind, why would I choose this? And even if you think it's the most logical, it's not necessarily the right choice. So it was good to, learn how to eliminate the wrong uh, answers and just, really focus on the base of what it is to be.
All right. And what was your average score on my daily PMP class or in my mock exams?
It was 70.
70.
70.
This is what I say. If you are getting 70% in my live classes or mock tests, means you're ready to write the exam.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
What other resources you use for preparation?
I used what you had provided in the class. So your notes, you had some practice questions from Edema or something like that. I
Yeah.
used Rita's Macallan's 11th edition. I used, yeah, just reading. I didn't memorize, but I tried to really understand the material. Understanding is better than memorizing. Like there's some formulas I had to remember, but even the math, it didn't come too much. And the exam, like you had mentioned, maybe one question out of everything. But no, it was very a lot of understanding the material that you provided. Yeah.
All right. So you read Rita Malkahi 11th edition and you solved my mock exams and you attended my daily life PMP class.
Yes, and then the class that you had offered back in June, I think it was 4 days for like 7 hours or something. So yeah.
All right. How much total time you spent in the entire preparation process?
Oh, I would say 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
Three
So
and
I
a half.
took a 3.5. I took a brief period off because I'm sure you could hear there's a baby. So I couldn't, be that flexible. So I took a bit of a break, but then I caught back on. And when I caught back on, it took me 3.5 weeks with your material and the Rita's book to jump in.
All right. Wonderful. And uh, how did you know that you are ready to write the exam? What was the benchmark that you used?
I when I started to get 70 after 70, I just realized, okay, I shouldn't wait anymore. Once I'm in this momentum, just it's time to go write the exam. And I also gave myself I booked a date ahead of time. So it kind of put the pressure of, okay, I need to push hard and make sure that I get 70s in the practice. So like that, the date is fixed. I can't change it. And with the practices, it's the good stress that you need in order to achieve.
Yes, that was my next question. How you stayed committed, and you already answered. You book the date first so that you have that pressure. So yes, this is an effective strategy. If you're not able to find time for studies, book the date, then automatically it would put pressure on you and you will be studying.
Right.
All right, great. So you told us like you completed your exam 40 minutes before
Yes.
exam time. How did you do that? How did you manage time in the exam?
I thought I was missing time because I said, oh my God, I only have like 30 minutes left to finish this first part and I'm still not even halfway through. So I just had like a light bulb switch. I said, okay, no, I need to go a bit faster. And but turns out I had a lot of time. And then there was a few issues with my computer with the screen. So I think it was good, this little pressure of I thought of me missing time, but it turned out well.
All right. Did
So
you take the exam online at home or at the exam center?
at the exam center.
At the exam center. All right.
Yeah.
And how was your experience there?
It was good. It was good. There was a lot of people. The the process was smooth, easy, very, specific, and it was serious. You came for one purpose and do the exam and leave. So it was nice. It was good.
All right. Okay, let's talk about exam now. What was the distribution of questions in terms of agile versus waterfall?
A lot of agile,
A lot of agile.
and there would be a few questions here and there about hybrid. But I think agile was the main focus as it's the new trend now of what's happening. So yeah.
All right, great. And what was the average length of questions, the statement of the question?
Uh I would say about it takes like 30 seconds to read, and then to read it again, because there would be some words that you would need to be careful for and read again just to understand, like, okay, the type of situation you are in. I used a lot the highlighter to point out keywords in the test, like in the question. So that was my technique to just, okay, focus on these two words and what remember from the notes, what do these two words link to, and use that. That was my technique. So
All right. And did you mark any question for review?
I did. I did a few, but I didn't do too much. Like out of the 60 that I had in every section, I think I only reviewed about 10. 10 was my max. Because also I thought I was short on time, so I didn't want to review everything and then, and I had to tell myself the first choice that I always choose, trust your gut. The first answer is always the right answer. So
All right, great. And did you see any question where you had to do some mathematical calculation?
there was one question, and the calculator was provided, so it was easy and it was very direct, so it didn't require too much thinking. So
All right. And how many questions you had regarding drag and drop or cross match type questions?
0.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because
Yeah.
normally students get around 5 to 7 drag and drop based questions.
No, I didn't have. So
All
yeah.
right. Okay. So any questions where you had to select more than one option, like multiple options?
Yes. Yes. I had a few. Maybe about 6, 7 total.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. And were you confident during the exam that you're going to pass the exam? What were your feeling in the middle of the exam?
Yes. So in the beginning, the first section, I was nervous because I really thought I ruined my exam. I had no time, so I was getting nervous. But then I realized that the practice questions are way harder than the actual exam. So I was like, oh, okay, like this is easy. Like I felt like, okay, I could do this. This is not so bad. But it again, it's just I had to reread the questions at least twice to make sure that I understand the concept. But the practice exams were harder.
All right. What was the most challenging part in the exam or the difficult part in the exam?
I think it was sitting down for 2 hours and just focus and look at the screen. My eyes were getting tired, the brightness, and it was just okay. I'm ready to pass and just get it over with. But it went well. It was a good sacrifice. It's gonna benefit me in the long run. So it's all well worth it. The pain, sitting down, the eyes, it's worth it now.
All right. And Shaden, how helpful was our daily PMP class or YouTube sessions if somebody is preparing for the exam?
It's definitely worth it. Also because when people interact, you kind of see the different perspectives. Like maybe you didn't think about it, but someone else did. And you realize, oh, okay, it kind of makes sense what they're saying. And you look at it from their perspective. And again, the questions, they were tricky. Like it really made you think. And it goes back to my point that even if you think it's the logical answer, it's not always the case.
All right. Thank you. And any advice for PMP aspirants?
Yes, so don't give up, just keep studying. It was my first attempt and I passed. And I have a baby that's under a year old, so you could do it, anyone could do it. It's just being dedicated. And you need at least 2 hours a day minimum to study. And don't memorize, just understand. Because when we understand, it just makes life a lot easier. So
All right. Thank you so much, Shaden. Last question. How helpful was our 4 days course and the entire coaching for the exam?
it was good. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect because it's the same field, but just it's something new to me. So even though it was intense and long, but you realize how you do project management in your day-to-day life without even realizing you're doing project management. So it's good. It was well worth it. The way you were explaining your notes, they were all very clear, and you were okay with repeating again and again the same thing. So it made things a lot easier for us to learn. So I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you so much, Shaden. I'm so happy on your success. And actually, I
Yeah.
sent you a message like, I think, good luck for your exam. And in response, you sent me your certificate. That was
Yes,
right.
yes. I took it in the morning, my exam. So it went well. Now I think after you get this paper, you just get your certificate on the PMI website. So I'm very happy. I was so relieved, and I even thought about you before going to the exam. I was like, oh, I don't want to add pressure to myself, so let me wait until I pass before I say anything. But yeah, it was. Oh, I'm so thankful. All these no's, all these questions, they paid off.
Yes, thank you so much. And yes, notes are really, really helpful and very popular these days among students. Every student is saying those notes are. One student, she passed the exam and she sent me a text like she only went through my notes, nothing else. And I was shocked, like how one can pass the exam. But she said those were really comprehensive and covers everything and very interactive as well.
Yes, I agree. And the way you explain, it's like it's easy. You know, it's we are engaged in learning. We're like invested. So that also makes a big difference versus then if you were just to open a book and try to learn it on your own, it's hard. You need to have someone who's passionate about the, teaching and about the course to really deliver the knowledge in a positive way so their students could pass and, be good.
Thank you so much, Shadan, for kind words. And once again, congratulations. Enjoy your
Thank you.
success. And yes, We will be in touch. I'm just a text away. Whenever you need any help or anything you want to discuss, you can connect with me. And
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much,
much for the
Amar.
time for this session. This would be really helpful for all the people. Like we have around 1,000 people in our group. So this would be helping everybody who would be watching. Shaden, once again,
Definitely. Thank you so much, Amar. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
You too. Bye.